It is going to continue because Joe Biden took 94 executive actions in his first 100 days that intentionally opened the border and weakened immigration law. And what we are hearing is that as you push into Arizona, as you get into California, the crossings have increased there. And think about it, Joe Biden has had nearly 10 million illegal aliens come in the country since he took office. When you look at what has happened to the numbers from February 21st to today, it explains why the state of Texas said we're willing to spend billions of dollars to do these barriers. And you know, it's also the reason that the Senate needs to pass two of my bills. One is the Container Act, which allows states and localities to put up these temporary barriers like buoys and fencing and containers, and also the Clear Act, which requires ICE to deport criminal, illegal aliens, people that have committed a crime once they've come into the country, reimburse that local law enforcement agency, and deny federal law enforcement funds to any state or city that is refusing to comply with U.S. immigration law.
Senator, I want to show you the soundbite here. This is President Biden's Border Patrol chief. He said this over the weekend. He said the southern border is a national security threat. But when you ask the White House about this, it seems to be Congress's problem. Watch.
DHS monitors all available intelligence at the border every single day, and we're certainly aware that there could be national security threats that can arise at the border, which is why we're arguing so hard to get additional resources and capabilities down there. The president has spoken to this. I mean, he's talked about the urgent need for additional funding for key capabilities at the border. And if you care about the border, if you care about the security of the border, and the president sure does, then we ought to get that national security supplemental passed. That's what that funding will do. There's only so much that he can do through executive action.
So, Senator, the question, they keep arguing funding. They need more money. Is this a cash problem? Is this a policy problem based on what you've seen down there?
It is indeed a policy problem, and the policies are the changes Joe Biden has made. Under Donald Trump, you did not have this wide open border. They had the border contained. And I was talking with one of the Texas DPS this morning, and his comment to me was, look, there are three things we need: physical barrier, better technology, more officers and agents for Border Patrol so they can get out and do their job. Now, that has been a constant, and Joe Biden is not willing to do that. He is not willing to put the attention here that is necessary. Border Patrol is instructed when somebody touches U.S. land, not when they come through the fence, but as soon as they touch the bank of the Rio Grande, you got to let them in. What we should be doing is turning them back. And God bless Texas for being out here with their National Guard, for putting up these temporary barriers and containers, and for securing this part of the border. Now, Arizona, they need a governor that will get out there and secure their border. And as I said, let's pass the Container Act. Give this authority to local and state governments. Let's pass the Clear Act so that we are deporting criminal, illegal aliens. And it is important to our country. When you look at the fact that you've got the really bad guys that are coming across as gotaways, those are your drug dealers, your human traffickers, your sex traffickers, a lot of these gangs that are coming out of Venezuela, MS-13 gangs that are coming in, and they're working with the cartels. It is imperative that we secure the border. Joe Biden has the authority. He needs to take an action today and say, you will not cross. You will stay in Mexico. We will not let you in.